All right, guys. So who would have thought that a Twitter account whose sole purpose is to expose the lunacy of the left will become public enemy number one from the left? Okay, and that is Libs of TikTok. I'm pretty sure you guys are very familiar with Libs of TikTok. I mean, I feel like half my videos come from something that Libs of TikTok posted, because they are truly doing God's work, right? And when you are doing God's work, the devil will come after you. And that is what is happening to Libs of TikTok, who, again, simply just post things that leftists, right, post on TikTok and on social media, right? They simply just repost it. And for whatever reason, that has driven them insane, to the point where you have Washington Post reporter Taylor Lorenz dox Libs of TikTok, revealing her real name, where she stays, and all types of information that could possibly get this person hurt, simply for, again, reposting things that leftists post on social media. As Libs of TikTok is claiming to be receiving death threats and all types of, mean things from people due to them being upset about them reposting what people on the left post on social media. And I have to emphasize that, because that is how silly all this stuff is. If what you're doing, if what these leftists are posting on social media, if it's not bad, if it's not incriminating, right, then what are you so mad about? Okay, it's almost as if society does not agree with teachers promoting their sexual and gender ideology to kindergartners, right? It's almost as if society doesn't agree with that. So with that being said, we got to talk about this bombshell leak from Libs of TikTok that reveals how Twitter employees are currently debating banning her from the platform. Now, I told you guys when Libs of TikTok initially got doxxed by Taylor Lorenz that the left would come after this account, and that I had my doubts about how long Libs of TikTok will actually remain on Twitter, because there's going to be a whole lot of pressure on Twitter to ban Libs of TikTok. In fact, Libs of TikTok has been banned multiple times. It's only a matter of time before they actually get the permanent ban, right? Like Trump, whom the Twitter employees happen to also be discussing as well too in this leaked conversation that we're going to talk about. So I want to get into this, but I just want to let you guys know, if you like my channel, you want to support my channel, you can do so using the links in the description below. You support the Patreon, you support the PayPal, you support the merch. There are multiple ways to support the channel if you would like to do so. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. The popular Twitter account, Libs of TikTok, has been banned from the platform multiple times, and now the person who runs it is sharing leaked Slack conversations between Twitter employees, explaining their motivations behind having her silent. Libs of TikTok has morphed from a silly spectacle into a public service exposing preschool teachers who are secretly telling students they can choose their own gender. So again, this is what the far left is so mad at Libs of TikTok over, okay? Because they're making the argument that, well, Libs of TikTok is putting people in danger, right? For simply exposing preschool teachers, teaching kids things that are not a part of their jobs, okay? And the reality is this: if society agreed that what these preschool teachers were doing was correct and it was right, then it shouldn't be no big deal, okay? But if it's wrong and society feels like it's wrong, then why not expose them, right? Why shouldn't they be exposed? Should we be calling out wrong? However, again, there are people on the far left that think that this is totally fine. It's totally fine for teachers to try to indoctrinate kids in their sexual and gender ideologies. Most recently, the account was banned from Twitter for its, quote, mega drag thread, which gathered a huge list of drag events promoted to children. The account was reinstated, but then an anonymous Twitter employee sent screenshots of an alleged internal conversation about how the person behind the account was actually, quote, a domestic terrorist. Libs of TikTok revealed the screenshots in its most recent Substack newsletter. The employees began by reacting to a tweet claiming Libs of TikTok was, quote, going to get somebody killed by sharing an advertisement for a drag queen story hour in Alachua County, Florida. So here's my thing about this, right? These are probably the same people who have no problems, no issues with the mob protesting right-wing speakers at universities, right? They don't say anything about it, but they have an issue with people on the right protesting drag queens reading to kids at school, right? So I want y'all to understand, right-wing speakers like Ben Shapiro or Michael Knowles or Matt Walsh at a college university speaking bad, right? Bad. We got to speak out against that. Drag queens, men in dresses and makeup, reading to little kids, toddlers, that's good, right? That's good. Quote, feels more likely that Libs of TikTok will get a verified platform badge out of this than a platform ban. Happy Pride. One employee shared sarcastically on the hashtag social water cooler channel. Quote, this has been escalating for months. For what it's worth, another person chimed in. But our expectations out of Twitter are so low right now that the devil himself is having to squat to get to their level. Another comment reads, quote, like, I don't get how this account, which exists solely to generate targeted violence at marginalized people, continues to be allowed to post. The next reaction says, well, here's the thing. First and foremost, Twitter, yeah, I mean, they basically banned people on the right already that these people don't like, but that's never enough. Okay, you have to get rid of all right-wing opinions, okay, or people that they don't like. Second of all, Libs of TikTok does not exist to generate any type of violence against anybody, okay? That includes drag queens, these woke teachers, anybody. They're not trying to promote any violence. They're simply posting things that people on the left, woke revolutionaries, post themselves on social media. If you don't like Libs of TikTok, right? If you truly want to defeat Libs of TikTok, stop posting your lunacy on the internet, right? Stop doing that, right? Stop having teachers go on the internet and post about their rainbow flags and how much it means to them to come out in front of kindergartners in class on social media, right? If they stop posting those things on social media, Libs of TikTok wouldn't have a platform. They only have a platform because of how crazy the left has become. Again, that's the irony here. Quote, but if we deplatform this account, we might erode trust in our platform from users who already think we're irredeemably biased against conservatives. The following comment says, yeah, I mean, that is a little bit too late, right? Too little, too late. Okay, your trust has already been eroded. Quote, I mean, we successfully deplatformed Trump. I don't think deplatforming Libs of TikTok is going to cause a mass exodus, but I guess it may not be in our fiduciary interest to enact a ban on a high-profile account right now. The next line says, yeah, it's not in your money interest, right? In fact, the ban Trump was not in your fiduciary interest because Trump generated a whole lot of engagement for that platform. You had people getting rich off of Trump tweets, okay? But see, what they're getting at here is that, hey, you know, we helped deplatform Trump. When January 6th happened, when the mainstream liberal media was making this big fuss about it, you had internal employees at Twitter lobbying Jack Dorsey to ban Trump. And Jack Dorsey folded, right? The executives folded, okay? They're letting their woke employees run the business. And in my opinion, that ultimately is going to hurt Twitter, especially if Elon Musk doesn't end up buying Twitter, because they're actually really not trying to make money. And I think that has been revealed throughout this whole saga with Elon Musk, is that Twitter's not a real company, right? Twitter is simply a company that is a communist oasis of people who barely go to work, a company that has no intention whatsoever of trying to make a profit, right? They're surviving off the hype and the hope that one day they might make a profit. They're not even trying, right? They're not even trying. That person was admonished by the next poster. Quote, trans people are being targeted for genocidal violence during Pride Month. The reaction said, again, that's false. Trans people are not being targeted for genocidal violence. Do these people even know what a genocide is? Okay, that is not happening right now to trans people. The previous poster apologized. Quote, I apologize, they wrote. I was not speaking from my own perspective, but applying a commentary on how leadership has behaved lately. I could have phrased that better and will be more conscious in future messages. I despise and despair the activity that's currently flourishing on our platform and empowering white supremacists / fascists to act with impunity in conducting harmful emotional and physical violence on trans folks and the broader LGBTQ community. Again, this is nonsense. This is nonsense. You know, again, this is the problem with our current rhetoric in this society, right? Everything that people on the left don't like is framed as some type of extreme event, right? Like they're saying, oh, trans people, LGBTQ people are being genocided, okay? That there's a environmental catastrophe, right? That there's a gun violence epidemic. You guys notice how they describe stuff? It's always using these extreme terms that are meant to try to exaggerate what is actually happening, right? As Libs and TikTok summed up in its Substack, quote, "You don't need leaked messages to know just how biased and agenda-driven these people are. It only concerns what we already see with our own eyes every day." Yeah, so if Elon Musk doesn't buy Twitter, I'm pretty sure that company's stock is going to tank, right? It's going to tank, okay? So with that being said, speaking of Elon Musk, he actually came to defense of Libs and TikTok over Twitter death threats, right? The death threats that have been issued to Libs and TikTok via far-left woke revolutionaries whom I call woke supremacists, right? Whom I think is the biggest domestic terror threat in this country, woke supremacy. Elon Musk has come to the defense of the woman behind the controversial Twitter account, quote, Libs of TikTok, after she tweeted that she was receiving death threats. Musk, the Tesla CEO, who has committed to acquiring the social media site for $44 billion, tweeted, quote, why? After the Libs of TikTok creator, who was identified by the Washington Post as Chaya Reichik of Brooklyn, New York, tweeted on Monday she had received about a dozen death threats after radical leftists accused me of being a domestic terrorist extremist. Quote, Twitter has not removed any of the accounts of those who sent the threats, she added. Again, these people, the ones that are accusing Libs of TikTok of being a domestic terrorist, for, again, simply reposting the lunacy of the left, right, all in one place where you can see it, these people have nothing to say about the extremists whom are currently protesting in front of Supreme Court Justice Holmes, trying to intimidate them into overturning a decision they don't like. They have nothing to say about the failed assassination attempt on Brett Kavanaugh. But Libs of TikTok, a Twitter account, is a domestic terrorist extremist for reposting videos of teachers trying to indoctrinate kids in sexual and gender ideology. Got it, right? Got it. Musk then commented, quote, a platform can't be considered inclusive or fair if it's biased against half the country. Facts. The tech mogul has vowed to change Twitter's content moderation policies once he takes the company private, once the acquisition is complete. Musk has said he intends to reinstate former President Donald Trump's account, which was shut down after the events of the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. Reichik also tweeted that she was forced to relocate due to continuing death threats from other social media users. Quote, update, after the events of the past 2 days, I've decided to move to a safer location until things calm down. Read a post from Libs of TikTok that was tweeted on Tuesday. Quote, thank you all for your kind words and support. Reichik on Monday posted a screenshot of a message she received from another social media user who claimed to have sent her a pipe bomb for, quote, literally supporting Nazi bigots. Hi, FBI, I'm being threatened with the pipe bomb. Can you please look into this? She responded. Reichik tweeted that she received at least a dozen death threats from other social media users. Last week, Reichik was prevented from posting on her Twitter account after users protested a tweet thread about drag shows to which young children were invited. Quote, Libs of TikTok posts TikTok videos from liberals who often speak about gender ideology and other hot-button issues that have become a staple of political and cultural debates. The account has amassed more than 1.2 million followers. A lot of those followers were gained after the doxing of Libs of TikTok by Taylor Lorenz and the Washington Post. Which, again, the irony of all this, right? The more they attack Libs of TikTok, the bigger Libs of TikTok gets. The bigger Libs of TikTok gets, the more the radical left gets exposed, right? Again, ain't it funny how that works? Ain't it funny how that works? It's almost like these people love working against themselves, right? So, with that being said, ain't it crazy how the so-called tolerant left ain't so tolerant when it comes to a Twitter account who simply just posts things that they agree with, right? Ain't crazy how mad and upset they're getting about that. It's almost like they know that the things they believe are extreme and that most people simply don't agree with it. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.